Hello, everyone. I am streaming live in three different locations this time. We are streaming to the Solstice Imaging Inc. page, business page on Facebook. You know what? I probably should have been streaming to my personal page on Facebook. That way I could connect to the business through my personal. I'll have to remember that for next time. But yes, streaming live for you. Solstice Live is being broadcast at Solstice Imaging Inc.'s Facebook page. We are streaming live for you on YouTube. All right, my YouTube subscribers. And we are streaming live to you from Twitter. Hi there, Twitter. So I'm so excited about Twitter because this is new. I am a woman of many words. So Twitter has always been one of those things that frustrate me because they limit how much you can say. But Twitter is now allowing me to stream simultaneously on Facebook and YouTube. So Twitter, please welcome Solstice Beauty Inc., Solstice Imaging Inc. to with open arms. Please welcome me. I think I might have done one broadcast before this, maybe two on Twitter, but yes, I'm hoping to see some of my people on Twitter. I have a friend that doesn't do any social media except for Twitter, so Twitter is her home. So hopefully I get a chance to see her on Twitter. All right, you guys. I want to be like right on time, and I'm not going to take up too much of your time on this beautiful Sunday evening. Um, but I had some exciting news that I wanted to share with everybody. Yay! And so, since I had exciting news, I'm going to get right into it. It is 7:59, 1 minute from 8 o'clock. All right. First of all, I want to say to everybody who has done something out of your comfort zone over this pandemic season, that this broadcast is going out to you. And I've talked about this so many times that if pandemic didn't bring out the hustle in you, then you may need to learn what it is to be a hustler. Because this pandemic has shifted people's paradigms in so many different directions. Taking the plans that you so beautifully laid out and just threw them out the window. And you really had to improvise to see yourself accomplish the goals that you wanted to accomplish in life. So, for anybody who has done a shift due to the pandemic, let me know about it in the comments. I would really love to hear what kinds of things that you did that dramatically changed over these last 2 years, and now moving into a spot where it's opened up so much that most places you do not have to wear a mask. So that's really big. That's really big. So let me know in the comments if you've done anything like that. I'm going to shout you out, and I love to celebrate what other people are doing. So just let me know about that. Um, I talked about this a little bit previously on Instagram. So those of you guys who um, saw this on Instagram, it's going to be, it's always slightly similar, slightly different. But yeah, I talked about how before the pandemic started, I had some specific goals that I wanted to accomplish, and I had to pull back because of what happened with the pandemic, but still kind of held on to those goals in the back of my mind, and just been ready um, when they presented themselves for me to pursue again at another time. So I shared one life goal over there at Instagram, and that I learned from this pandemic, and I'm going to share a different one here on YouTube. Twitter and Facebook. I'm going to share a different life goal and life lesson. If you feel like listening to the other one, go back over there and check it out because it's slightly different. Um, the life goal that I learned is that you never really understand who you are until you have to shift your priorities. So you may think you're one thing, but when life presents itself to you another way, you either have to reprioritize and adjust, or you re-examine who you are and who you think you are and what goals and things that you want to accomplish. So I've had like a lot of these goals are things that I've had in the back of my mind, but circumstances did not allow me to test those out. And you never know what you can accomplish until you start to try it. You never know if it's going to be something you'll be good at or bad at. And there's always a certain amount of fear with it when it's something that you've never done before. And I've always tried to approach situations that, you don't fail. You either learn or you succeed. So that's a positive way to look at it. I know a lot of you share my sentiments with that. But I always try to make sure that whatever it is that I'm pursuing, I give it my all. If I don't feel like I can give it my all, I would rather not commit to it and say that I can do it. Because I'm real big on integrity and trying to make sure that I do the things that I say that I do in life, and especially with circumstances that I have, like with the lupus that I have, things happen, and it doesn't give me a warning when it's going to happen. It just all of a sudden pops up whenever you least expect it, and you got a plan. Then it reminds you to be humble and tells you, you know what did you think you were gonna do? You can't do that. Let me remind you, he's still here. So it does tend to do that when I'm trying to accomplish a whole bunch of goals in life. And even when I'm not feeling well, I try to give it my all as much as I can and show that, show that it doesn't own me. So that's what I'm doing today. I'm not really feeling the best today, but I'm giving my best for this presentation because I have a lot of things to share with you, and I have to share it now because the stuff is coming up, and I don't want you to be caught off guard and surprised about it. So, yes, a little too much of that right now, and start getting into the progress. But I did want to share that. I always approach it as a learning experience, and whatever I can do, I'm going to try to give my best. But in the meantime, you always have to be ready. And I don't know if this statement started with David Makes Man, that was on the Oprah network, but everybody's saying it now, so it's quite popular. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready. There's a lot that goes into that statement. Like staying ready means that you have to have so many irons in the fire all the time, turning and spinning, kept up with, still on your game, consistently maintaining, so that when you're forced to make a pivot, you have all of the things ready that you need to go to move in that direction. Because when it starts moving in that direction, it's going to be moving really quickly, and you got to either keep up or step back and let it kind of roll past you. And it's okay to step back if you have to. It all depends on what your priorities are. But if there's anything that I learned, just stay close to who you are, your integrity, and what your priorities are. And then kind of just like gauge where you want to go as it comes along. See where it leads you. You never know. Might be something you never expected. So yeah, that's my life lesson number 2. Go back and check Instagram so you can learn my life lesson number 1 over the pandemic. Said all of that to say that because I had to pivot through the pandemic, it put me in some situations where I was working with different people. I got a chance to work with a whole lot of new, different, exciting people. I was doing different things, like some passion projects of mine that were outside of the normal scope of what I do. I got a chance to learn some new skills and talents. Um, I'm going to share this. I don't know if I share this now. I'll wait on that. I'll wait on that. But I got a chance to learn some new talents, to practice some skills that I already had, and kind of just renew my faith and encouragement in where I am and where I was trying to go. So, one of the first things that I'm going to tell you about, which I'm so very excited about, um, when the pandemic hit, as a makeup artist and a stylist, you're in the salon, but the salons got shut down. And so we had to shift a lot of our practices and figure out how do we make this business work online or without seeing people when everything we do is about seeing people. So we were able to shift and move some things digitally. I got a chance to have a digital makeup party for one of my guests, one of my clients, and it was awesome. We listened to music. We prepared makeup packages for them, um, sent them out through the mail, so everybody at different locations got the same makeup gift and package. And then we had makeup lesson, and we danced, and we sung, and we just had a ball and on Zoom because we were able to do that in person. But it was a beauty party online, and it turned out really nice. That's one of the things that I'm going to be offering my Solstice brides, for those who might want to have their bridal party meetings and something special for their bridesmaids in their wedding, people in their wedding party. So we're going to start offering that to our Solstice brides. And that was an idea that came up between me and a client who's a very close girlfriend of mine, something that she wanted to do. And it was awesome. It was awesome. I might share a little bit. I'm hoping maybe I'll get a chance to share a little bit of that on my feed. So I'm going to try really hard, you guys. I always like everything to be perfect. My business coach is always on me about trying to put things out there, even though they're not perfect. Um, if that's a weakness in getting things out, and yes, it is a weakness in getting things out, that is definitely one of my weaknesses. I really like to, for anything that my name is stamped on, I like that to be like the best, and there's some perfectionism in that. I struggle with working on that. I don't know how many of you guys struggle with perfectionism. That's one of those things for me. So I always want whatever my name goes on to be pristine and to be the best product that it can possibly be. So a lot of times I record a lot of content and I do a lot of fun, interesting things, but I don't put it out there. So I'm going to try and make this a goal to be putting out there more and more some of the things that I'm doing, so you can be aware that that's what Solstice is doing, and it might be something that I could do for you. So if that's something that I can do for you, I would really love for that to be something I could do for you. So, yeah, so we did that, and that got me to thinking, wow, I really should be putting more of effort and energy into my digital products. So moving on to some other things that I was getting into, um, offering with the bride, I'm just going to spring off from that. One of the things I wanted to talk to you guys about is that I just recently released my Solstice Beauty Bridal Planner. So this is an interactive bridal planner for my Solstice brides. Um, it includes an app that will give you 24/7 access to me. I have already pre-recorded a lot of content and resources that you can use to help you plan the perfect wedding. So for wedding and even for prom season, because prom is a glamorous time of the year, and weddings are a glamorous time of the year. And even for my girls who are just glam girls, you know, we're there with glam girls. Glam girls who just really like to spice up their lives. This planner is really good. It has a lot of resources in it. If you know anything about me, you know I am glam all the way. I like to do things up big, and so a lot of my secrets are already in this product. And there's ways where you can comment to me directly to me within the platform, and I can respond to you right away. If it's something that I need to explain, I'll upload a video or upload some content, resources, put in some audio, whatever it is that I need to get that answer to you, I will do that for you in that platform. The other thing about it is it offers the opportunity for glam girls to share with one another. And so you can learn not just from me, but from other glam girls. And if you don't know that Solstice has everything, and I say everything, the glam girl needs to keep shining, then you haven't checked us out. We have a whole bunch of resources in there, so I would love for you to check that out. It is available for purchase on my website, the Solstice Beauty Academy. So I'm going to put up that banner for my website for the Solstice Beauty Academy right now. And this is actually the store for the Solstice Beauty Academy, but if you wanted to just check out the website in general, all you do is take off the part where it says store. So you can find it at solsticebeautyacademy.mykajabi.com. And it is, I think we talked about this before, but the website upgrade is really glamorous. It's something that I'm really proud of, excited for you guys to see. Even if you don't purchase anything, go over there to the Solstice Beauty Academy and check it out. Because it's just, I think it's cute. I think it's really glamorous. And any glam girl loves to be inspired by another glam girl. So go over there and check it out. Well, yes, this bridal planner is going to be there for purchase for any of the brides. And that kind of leads me to my second thing. Because of the pandemic, everything was closed down. But after things started opening back up, the knot.com reached out to me and said that they would like to feature me as one of their providers. So right when things were opening back up, I became a provider, a vendor on the knot.com. So if you happen to be over there, knot.com, you can check out my page. I put some things over there, and I have 2 brides that I'm working with coming up that I'm really hoping I'll get a chance to share with you and share some of their stories with you, because they're really phenomenal women and they're really exciting. So, who doesn't want to celebrate love? We celebrate so many things, so much bad news, but when we have a chance to celebrate love, no matter who's getting it, even if I'm not getting it, I want to put it out there and make it accessible to everybody. So yes, I'm very excited about that. My Solstice brides will have access 24/7 to all of this information and to me. So it's really like having your virtual wedding planner in your back pocket. Whenever you need me, I will be there. So yeah, that was exciting. So I reached out to knot.com, again, something that I had never done before. I worked in the salon when I worked at Exclusively Yours. We were listed on the Knot, but it was everybody together. It was the whole entire salon. So this listing was just me, myself, personally. And so I was really, really excited about that, to see what I could do for brides. And again, I'm going to say it, I've made sure that I have some information about everything the glam girl needs to keep shining. Everything. And if you find something that the glam girl needs to keep shining and it's not on Solstice, let me know. I got something special for you if you don't. Okay? So yeah, go ahead and check it out. I'm excited. Let me know what you think about it too, aesthetically. Like, do you think it's beautiful? Because I think it's beautiful. You got to check it out. Let me know if you think it's beautiful, please. Something special for you if you check it out and let me know that you think it's beautiful. I got some special stuff for you too. So, yeah, got a chance to pivot into the digital world. And I'm going to spill just a bit more tea. I'm going to be doing a little more digital things too. Um, I had an opportunity to do a presentation, um, and it may be online already with the College of DuPage, but I did a presentation called um, Connecting in a Virtual World. So it may be online already. If it's not online already, I'll do another live about that so you can kind of know once it's up there, and I'll direct you guys to it. But I talk about some new experiences I had in the metaverse in that presentation, and more to come on that. I'm hoping I got some big plans for the metaverse, you guys. So I'm going to save that tea for a little later. But like you said, you never know where, when you pivot and you get new experiences and you meet new people and do new things in your life, things that may seem uncomfortable to you, you never know where that could take you. So, yeah, that's coming up. So, got a chance to do some work with some brides. I have some footage that I want to share. I'm going to try really hard to just kind of get that content out to you guys and not hold on to it, not worry about how many hashtags. So, that's going to be my goal for this time, is to actually just get a lot of the content out there, so that you guys can see it and be excited and be inspired like I am when I'm seeing everybody else's feeds and when I'm doing things. Because creative people feed off of the creativity of other people. So, hey, let's get creative together. All right, so that is one thing that I got a chance to do. Another thing that I kind of got a chance to do, I had an awesome opportunity to be a therapist. So I know a lot of you guys know that I'm a counselor. I'm a licensed professional counselor, but I've mainly been working in the schools. I do work at College of DuPage, um, but I've also done some private practice work in the past, and I had a chance to do some private practice work now recently. So some of the time that I've been away is because I got a chance to pursue a dream that I kind of had that was deferred due to some other circumstances, and I got a chance to experience that again. And one thing that I really learned from that experience is that there are certain specific pains in the human experience that we all share. So, um, no matter who we are, what race we are, what our economic status is, whatever place we are in life, um, we all share some of the same pains. And some of the lessons that I learned, and things that I've been able to share and help people with the experiences that they've gone through are things that everybody can use. So I'm actually going to be sharing a lot more of that. There's always been a section of the Solstice of Beauty Academy that was about wellness, but I'm going to be sharing a few more life lessons and a few more resources, mental health resources in that area as well. So I'm looking forward to that. That's coming up. There are a few things that are there already, but we're gonna add some more to it. So I'm real excited about that. Um, I got a chance to chair the wellness committee at the College of DuPage. I'm the chair of the wellness committee now, so that's been a big job and a big responsibility for me. And I am hoping to bring some more exciting features there as well. If you guys know anyone who's out there who is into wellness, and you have new exciting ways to encourage wellness, for your groups and your communities, and you feel like you can share that information with me, please share that information with me, because I'm looking for ways to make things exciting and fun where people really take time to care about themselves. So yes, I'm so excited about that too. So moving on, of course, before the pandemic started, it was my goal to go out into the wedding vendor market. I plan to do the wedding circuit, where you do the seasonal vendor thing. But that didn't happen because everything shut down with COVID. And so we did that shift, and that shift led to the Solstice Beauty Wedding Planner. But I also had the opportunity to pursue some passions in fashion. Yes, so 2 years ago too, I was volunteering with the COD fashion department, and they were putting on a fashion show. So I got in contact with the department chair, and she said, "Yeah, we'd love to have you help us out here." And I got a chance to interview the models for, it was going to be the spring 2020 fashion show, and the theme for that year was going to be Frida Kahlo, because the Frida Kahlo exhibit came to College of DuPage, and everything in College of DuPage was about Frida Kahlo. So everybody had something to do with Frida. So that's what the fashion show was going to be about. We got a chance to have one fashion show practice, and then after that, the college shut down. We didn't get a chance to continue the show, but when we came back this fall, I reconnected, and again they were like, "Yeah, we would love to have you help out with the fashion show." So I have been a model before. I have been a part producer of fashion shows before. I've been a photographer before, and I've worked in front of the camera. I've worked behind the camera, and so I've had a lot of experiences in like this fashion arena, even though that is not my bread and butter job. I've always kept that passion within me, and I've always still tried to do it whenever I can get access to it. I join into that, but it wasn't something that I was ever able to do full time, because my passion with counseling has always been there, and I work it. And although some people tell me that you got to pick one thing, you can't do both, you can't live in both worlds, can't be right brain and left brain. Whenever I try to just focus on one thing, I feel like a part of me is missing. So it does kind of tend to wear on you. But I've been able to slowly get some things accomplished over the years when I look back at it. And I don't have the little post-it note that I have, but I did some reflected on it. And I've had some opportunities to produce at least a couple of shows. I've been a model in a couple of shows. I've done hair and makeup for a couple of shows. I've actually even had pieces that I've designed displayed in a couple of the shows. I have been just like a model, a print model sitting behind the camera. I have been a runway model walking up and down the runway. So even though I'm not like a household name that everybody knows about for those things, when I take a time and look at it and reflect on it, I've been in this industry doing it for a while. So I'm super proud of myself for that. And I did want to share some of the experiences and things that I learned. So I volunteered at the COD fashion department, and they were willing to have me. And so that started like 2 years ago. We had the 2-year break, but now we're back with it. And guess what? We have another fashion show coming up. Yay, I am so excited. I'm so excited. It's going to be in May. Your girl should really have had the paper right in front of her to tell you exactly when that was, but I want to say it's at the end of May. I want to say it's like in the teens or the 20th. There's going to be 2 shows. There's going to be, I believe, a 4 o'clock show and a 6 o'clock show. I will definitely share the details with you later. But what I'm super excited about is the team that I get to work with. It's such a diverse group of people, and these young people have it down. Okay, so I am helping. I'm the runway diva coach extraordinaire. I'm helping them with the runway experience, also working behind the scenes a little bit with the production. And the main thing that I want to share with those young people is just how, if you take hold of the opportunities to be confident about yourself, you have the tools to accomplish anything that you want. Most people who accomplish great things in life did it because either they believed in themselves, even if nobody else did, or because someone else did believe in them when they didn't believe in themselves. If you feel good about yourself, uh, um, there's nothing else like it. You can take on the world. And I think fashion does a really good job of allowing people to do that, because it's one of the forms of art where there's like no right or wrong. It's all up to the person who's viewing it. Something may not be right for you. That doesn't mean it's not right for me. And they're all forms of expression. Although there's a time and a place for everything, um, it does allow different forms of creativity to take center stage. So that's one thing that I do love about fashion. It's objective, um, and done right. It shouldn't be judgment. It should be something that everybody can feel good about, and that's why I love it. I love it. So if you agree with me, then you share my passion for fashion. Then I believe that this show would be something that you really like. So the experience that I'm creating behind the scenes with the cast is really one of positivity. We're going to talk about self-esteem and talk about self-confidence, and that's something that everyone can benefit from. So I'll be sharing a little bit of my experiences with them there, and I hope to maybe interview some of them live on Solstice Live, so maybe we'll get a chance to see some of them come on. I'm hoping. And then they can share some of their dreams and their passions with you, because I'm really inspired with this group and what I see. Really inspired. So, yes, the fashion show is one thing I have. Always been passionate about it, but because of the way things turned out, I had an opportunity to like dig my teeth into that, and it's really exciting for me. So, yes. The other thing, because we've talked about two of the things that I said that I posted, I wanted to share with you guys. So we talked about the bridal, and I am going to share some footage and some experiences and celebrate love for my brides that I'm working with. I'm going to share some experiences and celebrate creativity for my fellow creatives that I'm working with. And I also got a chance to really connect and partner with a photographer, a couple of photographers in this season. So I've always kind of loved this. I have two dads that are photographers, so I'm not new to the photography game, but I don't claim myself to be a photographer per se, although a lot of what I've done over the years, even with the Ladies of Distinction, was like photography based. It was always kind of around media. So I really do like that. But now I actually got a chance to work, side by side with the photographers behind the scenes on photo shoots. And you know what? I love that. I really love it. It's really exciting. I might have showed some clippets on my, pages before, and I might have been tagged in it, but I'm going to really try to do a better job and show you all some of the behind the scenes footage that I have about this field and the creativity with this field, and some of the things, the pictures that we were able to create were just stunning. I worked with some gorgeous models of, like different skin tones and complexions that I don't usually get a chance to work with at the salon in the area that I am on a regular basis. I don't get a chance to work with them. I've gotten a chance to work with, different skin tones and stuff in school, but usually it's a homogenous group. So, and not like my clientele at the salon. So that was exciting for me, because I'm always, trying to push myself to see, what can I create. And the really cool thing about this was, you guys, the really cool thing about this was it was me as the stylist. So me styling the wardrobes for the shoot. A lot of the vision came from the photographers, and a lot of the pieces came from the photographers. But you will see some Solstice Beauty pieces in the set, so I'm excited about that. But I did the hair, I did the makeup, and helped to style on the shoot, so that the photographer was able to get the look that they were going for in the vision board. So I got a chance to do some creative directing too, in terms of how the final image looked. So I really, and this is the part I didn't share on Instagram, Even though I've been a model before, I, I I started it, but I quickly decided that being a model was not going to be my career, because for me, modeling was just um, somebody, your hanger. Somebody tells you what to do, you do it. You don't have much, say so in what goes on. You don't have anything. And I'm not one that likes to just sit down and shut up and be told what to do. I like to be in control, right? I like to be the one, suggesting creative things and living out that creative experience in myself. So I quickly knew that just being a model was not going to be it for me. That if I wanted to do something in that industry, it was going to have to be like creative directing or doing something bigger than that. And that kind of scared me for a bit, because I'm like, that's a whole new like thought pattern, a change, a way of thinking that I don't know if I'm really ready for. So, I've done, like I said, I did some little things as much as I could throughout, but I didn't focus a lot of my attention on it. But this time, because things were different, I got a chance to really sink my teeth into like the creative directing, and I like it. So if you guys know any photographers out there who are looking for someone who has a well-rounded experience, I've been a model. I know a lot about posing. I do a lot of photo editing, so I know about behind the camera, what things look like in front of the camera. I know about a little bit about photography. Not the best. I can learn more about photography. I've always worked really well with photographers, and definitely I've always been a fashionable stylist. Now I'm really more skilled with makeup and hair, being licensed cosmetologist and a licensed cosmetology teacher. So I am more skilled in that area. So I got a lot to offer any photographer who wants to take on a creative talent with a person such as myself who is ready to be inspired. So check me out. We'll see. Maybe that leads into another passion project coming up. But so hopefully I'll get a chance to show more about the photo shoots that I've been taking part of, and those experiences. There's a couple more that we're still doing. So yeah, open yourself up to new experiences, and you get a whole lot of change in life. And you just got to be ready for it. You have to be ready for it when it arrives, and you have to follow your priorities. Really does depend on where you are in life at this particular time and what's important to you, and always put first things first. Your priorities can change. You can say, I want to pursue this goal, and then if pursuing that goal doesn't allow you to be true to who you are and your plan and where you want to go, there's nothing wrong with changing that. There's nothing wrong with it. It's okay to shift. So for all of you guys who over the pandemic have shifted, hats off and hoodies off to you. Because I feel you, and I had to do it too. So I wanted to dedicate that Solstice Live to you and remind you to keep shining. And I will see you in the feeds. Bye-bye.